Destructive relationships can be found in various types of interpersonal relationships, such as romantic partnerships, friendships, or even within families. These relationships can have a negative impact on our well-being and emotional state, making it essential to understand the dynamics and how to navigate them. Secret testing. It involves subtly testing the other person's reactions and behaviors. There are several types of secret testing that can be used. The first is the directness test, where one person intentionally communicates in a vague or indirect manner to see if the other person can accurately interpret the true feelings or needs. This test can reveal whether the other person is attentive and understanding or dismissive and unresponsive. Another test is the endurance test, where one person purposefully puts the relationship through difficult or challenging situations to see how the other person responds. It may involve intentionally creating conflicts or constantly pushing boundaries to gauge the other person's ability to handle stress or adapt to changing circumstances. The indirect suggestion test is a way to assess how the other person responds to subtle hints or suggestions. This can reveal their level of attentiveness and willingness to meet the needs and desires of the other person. The presenting relationship to outsiders test involves observing how the other person behaves or speaks about the relationship in the presence of others. It may indicate whether they value and prioritize the relationship or if they have negative or dismissive attitudes. The separation test is used to evaluate how the other person reacts to physical or emotional distance. It can reveal whether there is resentment or lack of emotional connection in the relationship when separation occurs. The third-party test involves introducing a third person into the relationship temporarily to see how the other person responds. This can reveal whether they prioritize the relationship and remain loyal or if they show signs of disloyalty or lack of commitment. Empty apologies also play a role in destructive relationships. An empty apology occurs when someone apologizes without genuinely acknowledging the harm they caused or making an effort to change their behavior. It is often a superficial attempt to maintain the relationship without taking responsibility for their actions. To understand the impact of empty apologies, it is important to recognize hurtful messages. These messages can take various forms, including evaluations, accusations, directives, informative statements, statements of desire, advising statements, questions, threats, jokes, and lies. These messages can cause emotional pain, erode trust, and damage the quality of the relationship. In response to hurtful messages, individuals may react in different ways. An active verbal response involves directly addressing the hurtful message and expressing one's emotions and concerns. This response can help promote open communication and potentially resolve conflicts. An acquiescent response, on the other hand, involves passively accepting the hurtful message without expressing disagreement or asserting one's needs. This response can lead to a buildup of resentment and perpetuate the cycle of destructive behavior. An invulnerable response is a way of protecting oneself from hurtful messages by emotionally detaching or ignoring them. While this response may provide temporary relief, it can also create distance and hinder genuine connection within the relationship. Understanding destructive relationships and the dynamics can help individuals navigate them more effectively. By being aware of secret testing, empty apologies, hurtful messages, and the different ways people react to them, individuals can make informed decisions about whether to address the issues, seek counseling or therapy, or consider ending the relationship if it is consistently harmful. It is important to remember that everyone has the right to be in healthy and supportive relationships. Recognizing and addressing destructive patterns can lead to personal growth, improved mental well-being, and the potential for healthier relationships in the future.